between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And that pass, a big one from Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished.
And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20. Touchdown, LA. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Raiders 3. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have that bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown Raiders. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Murray now on the move to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Chargers 14. Raiders 10.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Stafford. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He stiff-arms him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Cook again. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Here's Murray. It's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Murray. He'll let it fly for Austin. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On second down, it's Jones. And some room to run now. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, Stafford out to his left. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on second down. Stafford, he completes it to Beckham. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
On first down, Stafford here. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Stafford looks to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Cook now off the read option. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run it again with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA! Jalen Rager, 41 yards. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fitting with the Rams
once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
Man open, here's Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
You know, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. Fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
McCrane's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First down, here's the run. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him,
I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Hunt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McBride. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation. But
on Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
They'll try the middle with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook, 26 yards. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
As you know, I love the players of the past, but the players of the present and their mobility to move around and play quarterback, we just saw the end result of a guy that can shake it and find a guy open downfield.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing is Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The left side completion to Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big 20.
Now it's Stafford. Being chased out left. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Stafford. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Stafford. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Odell Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's got room. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So here comes a very important one now for Matthew McCrane. This to take the lead here in the final minute. McCrane able to knock this one through. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Murray to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. And they work this out past the 25.
A gain of 26.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal.
I'm really out for blood this time, look.